Hello, friends. Stop for a moment and hear me clearly. This is not just another video. This is the reason Guided by Grace with Nancy exists. I want to tell you why it's called Guided by Grace with Nancy, because it's not just a name I chose, it's my life. And if you've ever felt like you had to hold yourself together just to make it through life, I want you to hear this. Because the same grace that has carried me is still carrying people today. And I want to show you why. Before anything else, I want you to understand something about me. This channel, Guided by Grace with Nancy, exists for a reason. I learned a long time ago that my name, Nancy, is connected to grace. And when I realized that, I started seeing my life differently. Because grace stopped being just a word I heard in church or read about in my Bible. Grace became what carried me, what sustained me, what held me when I couldn't hold myself. And I need you to stay with me because this is the foundation of everything I share here. There are moments in my life when I didn't know how I was going to make it, moments where I felt overwhelmed, moments where I felt uncertain, moments where I would say, Lord, I don't know what comes next. And I know I'm not the only one who has felt this way because life has a way of pressing on you when nobody else sees what you're carrying. But here is what I've learned. Grace doesn't wait until everything is over. Grace carries you through it. 2 Corinthians 12:9 says, My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. And I need you to hear this slowly because this is not the theory for me. This is survival. There were seasons when I had no strength left, but I am still here. Not because I was strong, but because grace was enough when I was not. And if you are still here today, I want you to hear this truth. Grace has already been carrying you too. When I look back over my life now, I can see it clearly. There were seasons I thought were too heavy, seasons I thought I wouldn't make it through, seasons I didn't understand what God was doing, but somehow I'm still here. Not because everything went right, but because grace never let go of me. And I don't say that lightly. I say that as someone who has lived it. And I want you to hear this clearly. If grace carried me, it can carry you too. Maybe you're watching this and you feel tired. Maybe life feels heavy in ways you don't talk about. Maybe you're just trying to get through the day. But I want to say something very clearly to you. You are not being held together by your strength. You are being held by God's grace. And even when you feel like you're slipping, grace doesn't let you go. It keeps holding you, even when you don't feel it, even when you don't see it. And that is why Guided by Grace with Nancy exists. Not to impress anyone, not to sound perfect, not to act like life has been easy, but to remind you of this truth. Grace is still real. God is still present, and your life is still in God's hands. Because if grace has carried me this far, then I believe it can speak into your life too. Let me pray for you. Father, I thank you for your grace that carries us when we cannot carry ourselves. Strengthen the one who is watching right now. Encourage their heart. Remind them they are not alone. Let your grace meet them right where they are today. In Jesus' matchless name, amen. Thank you for being here with me today. And remember this, you are not walking alone. You are being guided by grace.